So, as we talked about last live stream, are you running quarter inch? Yes, quarter inch, not 3/8. I like 3/8 because it goes so fast up, but I don't like how when it slams down too quick. I just put new timing, gas engineer, delete water pump, oil, tray pickup tube, broke all the OEM parts. That happens. Oh man. But I was gonna say, don't you feel like it's slow? Bro, when you walk away from your car when the air is out, that's the magic because it goes slow. Thank you, Stock Golf. You read my mind. I'm actually doing that very, very soon. So be prepared for that. Parking lot pimping is coming back, bro. That's not going away. That's not a thing that's. I'm actually going to be doing parking lot pimping the world. So we're going to do a world tour and we want people to post because I want to share all those photos and I want to make another t-shirt of it. So you can see here, I have my nickel plated quarter inch lines. And these are the lines that we're going to be using. Fittings that we're going to be using for the lines. And then we have our pressure switch because my manifold, my airlift manifold no longer works. The pressure switch stopped working. So the built-in one. So we're going to do this, but we're going to ground it. So it's going to ground itself when there's no pressure. And in the moment where we are pretty much full, it's going to cut the ground and then it's going to turn off the air compressor. Very, very simple. Got my Sharpay. Oh, and the reason why I have 3 fittings. Okay, Chad, this is not the place for that. Go find somewhere else to ask for money. Don't be coming here asking money. Hey, what's up, Rob? Let's give. I know he's already on the ground, bro. He's actually already on the ground. I drove him like twice already. And we're gonna do once I get the bumper all fitted, front and rear, we're actually gonna go do some pulls in the car. Once I get I gotta fix the O-rings on the fuel injectors. Oh, nice. Okay. All right, Chad. I just gotta get new O-rings for the fuel injectors. And then we're just gonna drive it smoking. I'm gonna swap out the manifold and we're gonna see if it solves that problem too. All right, back to what I was doing because I'm distracted. Keep getting distracted. So from left to right, it is 40 inches. All right. I'm on my PC. Emojis were supposed to be at the end. I need a KO485. I can stop being stock. Or stop throwing your money away on a KO4 and just go do a GT28. The camber ones, they're fine. You can rock them. They give you up to 2 degrees. I don't recommend any more than that unless you want to go, look special needs stance. If you're going to go past 2 degrees. Just FYI. I know I'm going to sound like a hater, but I hate camber. Just heads up. All right, we're good. Okay, I have a KO4 and it sucks. Bro, 17 PSI tapers off to 15. Did you bag it? Of course I bagged this car. Need camber to S? I don't understand what to S. Run wheels sometimes. Yeah, that's fine. But you don't need all the camber, just some camber. If you know Al, his max is always 2. That's right. What's up, bot time you get to that? You know what? Shut up, Wayne. So we're marking our territory here. I'm going to try to lift the tank off of here and finish centering it. This is a really cool tank, by the way. $100. No, $150 on Amazon. Not too bad. Full seamless tank, 1/4 inch MPT fittings. And they give you plugs just in case you don't want to use them all. 7, I believe. I think 4. Yeah, 7 port. Not bad. It's gorgeous. That's a really nice tank. The only thing I'm disappointed in, there's a dent right here on top of here. And that's pretty much it. But I'm not going to return it. I like it. Gives it a little bit of character. You know, it's like my car. All right. We're officially marked, ready to drill some holes. And then we can bolt the brackets on first, and then the tank will go on. Now, I was considering putting the brackets on the far ends, but everybody does that. I'm gonna put them in the middle. I'm redoing my trunk this week, and hell yeah, that's what's up. So we're gonna put that. Move these brackets out of the way. Tape measure. Oh, you guys can see the inside now. It does look like a submarine missile. Doing rice or stuff, that's right. We all eat rice here. And I'm okay with that. And that's coming from the guy that owns an Infiniti G37. Literally the country where rice comes from. Well, a couple different types of rice. I haven't bolted down the relays yet, but we're gonna bolt those down later because I haven't found a little bracket to make this. My wife gave me a really cool idea to build a little house, like a little box around these relays, so it kind of looks cleaner. I might do it. I might 3D print some boxes around it and then I don't know if you guys can see this battery. This battery is massive. My hand's on here and it's only covering like a quarter of it almost. And so this is a really large deep cycle battery that I use for my car. We're actually going to upgrade to another battery. We're going to swap these out and we're going to upgrade to lithium, but we got to get a lithium regulator in here so we don't blow up my car. And the reason why I want to go lithium is because I get twice the amount of power and ampage for half the amount of weight. I can probably get like a probably like 20-pound battery versus this 40-50 pound battery, you know. Looks expensive a little bit. But this is stuff I've owned for years, by the way. This is not, most of this stuff isn't even new. Sounds a little bit expensive. But dropping weight back here especially is one of my big things I want to do. I'm actually going to get ready to build a new frame. I found a company that makes like a cedar birch boards like this, like a 2x6. That's cedar birch. So I want to kind of do that because I really want to make this back end a lot lighter because there's more stuff coming back here. I'm building a toolbox right here, right above the battery. So I'm going to build an actual little platform here for a full tool set. So when I travel, because I'm going to be driving this car a lot. It's going to be a daily. I'm going to be driving it cross country for car shows. I'm not going to be towing it. It's going to be going cross country for car shows. So I need to have all my tools ready for me because it's a Mark IV. It's going to break. You know what I mean? It's a Mark IV. So doing a 3,000 mile round trip will probably kill the car a couple times. All right, let's go drill some holes, guys. So we're gonna build our little platform to drill holes. Because I don't want to drill holes onto my floor. So we're going to do that. And then we want to drill into this and not into this when we go through. Just like that. Nice and simple. Where's the hardware? Matches. Sí, güey. Sí llega. Entrale, güey. Okay, güey. Now, my only pet peeve cutting into carpet is that you might twist the carpet. I hate doing that. So we're gonna do something a little different. Cedar birch. Yep. So what we gotta do, I hate cutting into my freshly carpeted floor. And the reason why I didn't want to I should have carpeted after it was all done, but I was moving things in and out of the car. It's just easier for me and I had the space to do it. So this is the sucky part, just FYI. I hate cutting into carpet. So we're drilling into carpet because it will twist the carpet and it might pull it out. So we have to be careful. Wow, we have to go 3 steps. All right. I will not drill one hole immediately. I step up every time when I drill holes. The reason why I step up is because I don't want to risk damaging anything. That's kind of my rule of thumb. Like, you might, but damned if you do, you damned if you don't. You know, it's that simple. I'm going to cut a little slit here with my knife just to help it. So what we're going to do is cut a little bit of material here. Cut a little material this way. That way we might not be able to snag all that stuff in there. It actually came out really good. It didn't pull. We might actually just go all the way. Let's see. Yeah, ándale cabrón, entrale qui. That worked. That worked actually really well. All right, that did not pull on any of the material. You know, you practice some things, you learn some new things. Don't worry, I'm gonna vacuum this up. I know you're like, oh my God, there's all that material in there. He's not vacuuming. Like, bro, I'll vacuum when I'm done. Thank you. I love the shirt too. We gotta wash this in landscape instead of portrait. Yeah, I get it. Clean it. I wanted to put it on landscape, but I'm trying to follow the formula currently with all the other social media platforms. Everything wants to go up and down in portrait versus landscape, and it bugs me. But I'm doing it this way because if I use it on my computer, I can go landscape, but I can't bring the camera around in areas where you guys want to be in. That's been the biggest issue I've had using my PC, even though I get better quality streaming that way. You know? And Wayne, I'm not gonna clean it just because you're whining about it. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna put it in the car like that, bro. Let's go smaller. Cool. Oh no, Wayne, look. Oh, it's all covered. Oh no. Darn it, Wayne, look. Now my carpet's all fafooey. Let's see what other comments we got here. No, you won't. Heading to bed. All right, good night, Wayne. All right, thank you. Don't play with me. Hey, you're going to bed, so you can't even watch me clean this or not clean it. You're just mad now because now look at all that wood on there. It's just covered in wood particles, and I'm not going to clean it. I'm going to purposely put it in the tank, put the tank on here, and throw it in there for you. I'll find it tomorrow. I'm gonna post a picture tomorrow, Wayne. Get your blood pressure going. You see, look, I'm actually bolting it in there right now. See that? I'm just bolting it in. Gonna let it be. Now the real question is, I'm probably gonna bolt down up, from down here up, because it's gonna stick out here from the bottom, so. But for now, we're gonna leave it like this. Look, Wayne, look what I'm doing, Wayne. Look, I'm putting the nuts on now. You're going to bed. Look at that. Let me spread all those chips. I might get a splinter, but it's okay. It'll be worth it. All right. Now this is already set up. Now we're gonna put this one over here. So I like this idea. Cutting the cloth prior to installing, it's actually working really well. I might actually be able to do it with this big one. Nice. It's all ruined. All ruined because of Wayne. You should have kept your mouth shut, Wayne. I was going to vacuum it for you. But we're not going to vacuum it at all. I'm going to freaking raw dog this damn board. Now it's not going to sit nicely on the platform in the shot inside the trunk because we have a board in the way. But I will accommodate that in a little bit. All we want to do is get a fix, how do you say, a mock-up of it sitting inside the trunk, and then I will make not pre-make, but I will drill out the holes for this to sit inside the wood, and actually it's going to allow us to have a better solid foundation. It's a really neat trick that I've used to do in other trunks, but you get the nut and you drill out the hole for the size of the nut, go a little bit bigger, and the nut just falls in place in the wood, and then you got a fixed, like stable piece of wood that's not sliding forward and back inside your trunk. All right, let's go back to El Trunco. All right. So now that we have all the wood trimming and shavings on top of the carpet, that's part of the modification here. As per Wayne, he wanted it this way, so I'm going to keep it this way. All the wood shavings are in here. We're going to get this tank mocked up. So that's the back side. This is the front. Go. It's looking good. Gonna give him nightmares. Yeah. That's the goal. So now we got the tank mocked up and bolted on. Basic setup. We're not permanently setting this up. We still have to run. We have to Teflon tape the lines. We got to do a lot of work, but this is just the basics right now. So now we got the hardware for the bands. We got our 2 bands here. Now, what you want to do is not scratch the shit out of your tank. Here's one. That's kind of the idea, if you guys can see that. Again, typical, everybody's gonna do it. Put the bands on the end. That's what usually everybody does. I like this, having the bands closer to the middle. I think No, I'm on a Pixel 10 Pro, I think. Um, yeah, sometimes the settings don't work out great, but it's mirrored. Yeah, sorry. um, but this is kind of like the generic idea on how we're gonna have this mounted. Um, so I'm gonna pull this back out, and I'm gonna turn this around and mount it nicely and tight, and then put it back in so we can get this mounted the way it's supposed to be. And then I can do the actual lines that we need to get going. Yeah, it's a good camera. I can't complain. I mean, it is an Android, so it is the more superior phone over iPhone. So we're going to take this guy back out. I do not want to drop the tank as I'm trying to mount it. I'm actually considering polishing the tank, so yeah. I've actually, I have some aluminum polish. I was thinking maybe paint the bands black, and then have the bands powder coated black, and then how do you say, have the tank like legitimately polished. So we got to remember that we've got to put this side in. This is the back side. Now, one thing that a lot of people have asked me recently is why I didn't go for hard lines. What's your opinion on the Golf MK4? That's actually the second best motor Volkswagen makes. So the first best motor is the 1.9 TDI. The second best motor is the 2-point slow. And then it's 1.8T VR6. And then the 07K, which was a Mark IV engine actually, but only at the end of the Mark IV era when Mark V was coming out. So I cannot put the 07K technically as a general because it didn't come in all the cars. It came in the Beetle, the Beetle, and some other car. I think it came in the Jetta, but I'm not 100% sure. But in that order is what I think. Now, it depends on what you're trying to do with it. If you're just trying to have a beater, then yes, the 2.0 is like hands down like the best beater engine in the world. Like, it is freaking phenomenal. Passat, ooh. I had a Passat. I had a B5.5, so I had the Passat that fixed all the problems but added all the new problems to it. Yeah, well, a lot of people give you crap for it because it's not a VR6 or a 1.8T, right? Because they don't know any better. A lot of people are just, because it's not fast. Well, it's not meant to be fast. It's a freaking economy car. It's meant to be reliable and just good. If you want a car that you never want to worry about, you buy a car with either a TDI engine or a 2-point slow, and you never worry about it. You just change the damn oil and give it gas. And if you're gonna listen to people who give you shit, you should not be hanging out with them. Find better friends. They give you shit because you you got what you can afford, they're the wrong people to be around. And whenever World War III happens, I either want a 2.0 or a TDI in my arsenal of cars. Hell yeah, buddy. Build your car. Now, the only thing I'm worried about, is it a manual or is it an automatic? That's the only thing I'm worried about. So tell me. Be honest. Hopefully it's a manual. Because if it's an automatic, I would probably recommend replacing, either doing a manual swap or just get rid of the car because it will die on you. That is the one issue with Volkswagen in general. Automatics are awful. Unless it's a DSG, then whole different story. Yeah, it's a slush box. It is an automatic, so I'm just pre-warning you. Be ready to replace that because automatics are awful in the Volkswagen world, unfortunately. They're just awful. I didn't want to disappoint you, but it's true. MK3? No. Mark IV. I'd like to have a Mark III, but I'm not a fan of the Mark III, honestly. It is it is one of the worst electrical nightmare cars I've ever worked with. Yeah, they rust a lot. I agree. That's part of the character, though. Come on. Don't do this to me. Come on, get in there. There we go. Now, to get these tanks even, and get these bands even is going to be a pain. It's already shifted like crazy. Nothing's bolted down technically. We'll get it, we'll get it. I go to the left. Here we are. No. Other questions here. My interior from gray to black, fully rebuilt the suspension. Trying to redo the paint job, that's a good idea. And then save up for a manual swap. Great, all great things to do. I had GL MK4 would randomly start sounding like a Subaru, replace the entire ignition. Still happened randomly. Also swapped the steering wheel to a Mark 6. Yeah, Mark 6 pops right in. So if you're having a misfire issue, or where how do you say, the ignition is probably dying on you, there's probably more than likely you have a short somewhere, or something grounding, killing one of those cylinders. One of the most common thing is the pigtails that plug into the coils tend to fail. Pinche ASMR. I appreciate that. That's funny. Your videos gave me more knowledge on VW. I'm not, that's what I'm here for, right? Don't worry, dude. We got so much we got to do. I got to rebuild so much stuff. I mean, I got a VR6. I got a 12 valve, a 24 valve VR6. I got a 3.2 VR6 I got to build. Believe it or not, I got a Mark IV 24 valve VR6 that we're going to build too. So VR6 content is coming, FYI, right after this car. Once this car is out of my garage, that's the next one to go. All right, now I need a ratchet. Okay. Now when you put straps on, especially aluminum ones, the moment they bottom out, do not tighten any further than that. This is aluminum, buddy. You don't want to damage this. You got me jazzed up from my engine bay. A little cleaner, to be honest, but I don't want to get rid of the heater and AC. Well, good thing I didn't get rid of my heater. I just got rid of my AC. Race car, bro. All right, so now the tank is mounted. Obviously, look, it's still loosey-goosey because I didn't bolt down the back end. I can't do that in the shop. I can't do the drilling in the shop because I gotta do a lot of measuring to notch the wood that's in here. But I just want to show you guys. It's done. So now we gotta do the lines, not the lines, but the fittings. Our necks. And I'm not gonna clean this dirty ass wood because of Wayne. So that's mounted there. And again, I really like this. I like the straps in the middle. I'm actually enjoying that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm still torn. Hello from Japan. Thank you for tuning in from Japan. I'm really enjoying the straps in the middle. But I'm torn if I want them silver, aluminum, or I want them black. I'm really torn, really torn if I want, I don't know yet. And then I want to polish this tank pretty badly. And I have all the equipment to polish this like really pretty, like a mirror finish. How dope would that would be? Like a mirror aluminum tank and then a black band. Oh, that'd be dope. See, now I'm like really want to do some other stuff. Okay, so we got that done, but I gotta work on the other stuff. So that worked out great. Now we have our two fittings here. Let's see, what's the maintenance on air suspension? Well, it depends on how you set up your air suspension. There's a couple ways you can do it. I'm actually going to be putting a maintenance button on this setup, so I'll show you. How much weight have you added between the air management and the subs? Air management is probably like 10, 15 pounds. The subs, that's probably a 120-pound box, like legitimately. Those subs are about 25 pounds, 20 to 25 pounds a pop each. So we're at 20, I'd say about 100 to 120 pounds, just the box alone. And because all the amps are mounted to the box and the subs. So that's probably 100, 120 pounds, maybe 130. Management, I'm at like 150 pounds. And if you add the battery, I'm at 200 pounds. So one average American is how much weight I added to this. The subs don't tweak up. They do. You do have to compensate for weight. So that's why you build everything in the car before you set up air suspension. And then you calibrate your bags with everything that's in here and yourself in the car. First you want to calibrate without yourself in the car, and then you calibrate with in the car, and then you find your setting. You play around with your setting. Like my back end is too low when it's aired up, so I have to adjust the rear shocks to get more height when I'm fully aired up. My fronts are perfect. I set them perfect for the front. It's my back that's the issue right now. All right, I'm gonna teach you guys a little PincheAls secret. This was taught to me by my good friend James, who lives in San Diego. So my friend James in San Diego taught me this years ago. If you're into, how do you say, air suspension, or you do any air suspension, anything, this is the most important step, second most important step you need to do to prevent air leaks. So everybody goes to the store and gets this boring yellow Teflon tape. Yes, the rear end is deleted. There's no rear seats anymore. So your most common Teflon tape is this stuff here, the white stuff. This is what I ended up using because I couldn't find my secret tape. This stuff is great. It's fantastic for just general everyday stuff. But you have a car, it goes through the elements. It's not a stationary location. It gets heat cycled, hot and cold. It gets wet, it gets dirty. It gets, moved around. It bounces up and down. Okay. I don't know what it's called, but it's yellow. This stuff here. If it's called gas tape, hopefully that's what it is. I just know it because it's resistant to oil. It doesn't mind being heat cycled, and it's much, much thicker than your traditional Teflon tape. If it's called gas tape, this stuff here, every single air suspension I've ever done using this tape, in comparison to this stuff here, has never leaked. Okay? Just to give you guys an up close view. This stuff right here. Okay? Get the yellow stuff. You see here, it's stiff. Look at this. This is this white stuff. It's all flimsy and sad. Use this stuff. This stuff, especially for your lines that sit outside of the car, this right here solves all the problems over time that normal Teflon will degrade. Okay? So natural gas. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I just forgot the name of it. When I go shop for it, I need the yellow tape. I need the yellow tape. And everybody's all like, yeah, here it is. It's more expensive, like 2 times more expensive, anything up to 3 times more expensive than the white Teflon. But this stuff is phenomenal. And it will not leak air. Guaranteed. If applied correctly. And this is all I use. Now the downside of this stuff, there's a negative. It looks ugly. That's it. That's the only complaint. It doesn't look great. It's the only thing I don't like about it. It doesn't look great, but you know, what are you gonna do? I'd rather not have leak and not have a leaky tank, right? Versus a leaky tank. I'm just saying, bro. So traditionally, I go around my fitting about 3 times with this tape. It's thick. I told you. I'm telling you guys. I mean, I'm not gonna not repeat it. It is thick, but 3 good twisties is perfect. Yes, it uses quick connects. Now the issue here, you want to shave off the access that comes inside. Do your best to not pull anything else. Kind of want to prevent anything from getting into your lines. Once you do that, you can trim the ugly stuff that's gonna show. I don't care. Some people are very anal about how things look. I just don't care. I like how this looks. Whether it looks great or not, I don't care. It's what I did, and I'm enjoying it. All right. Remember, I build cars or build my cars the way I enjoy them, and they're built for me, not for you guys. Now, the Jetta VR6 Turbo is not built the way I want to build it. It's built by you guys. It's built for you guys, so it's very different. Now you're gonna notice when you use this line, it's immediately a lot harder to turn. Oh, hold on, there we go. Welcome back. It's a lot harder to turn and get on here, but that's what we want. We want it tight, tight like a tiger. Now this is aluminum. Remember, your tank's aluminum. If you're using the aluminum tank, you got to be careful. You can strip these pretty easily. The old creamsicle Jetta. That's right. It's still out there, and we're actually working on that next. So that creamsicle Jetta is coming back. I actually took the wrap off of it, by the way, because I'm going to paint it instead. It's still going to be a creamsicle, by the way. Then you're going to shave the access, like I said earlier. And I'm purposely going to leave all this trash in here for Wayne, and I'm going to post it on all my social media for him. Just to give him shit. I'm definitely going to be messing around with Wayne for a couple days. So we're going to tighten down this line over here. Now this is where you start feeling it bottom out. Leave it alone. We're gonna adjust So when you put fittings on, you're going to tighten them down until you feel them bottom out. Okay, they're tapered, so understand that all pipe fittings are tapered. So they go in and they just get tight naturally. They don't get tight because you're at the bottom. They're getting tight because you're getting too narrow. Once you feel it hit the bottom, stop turning. And the reason for this is that we got to fill the tank up with air, and then we have to test for leaks. We don't want to have any leaks before we put everything together. We just want everything together, basically put together, and then go from there. Like very basic. All right, now we're going to turn the whole thing around again, and then we're going to finish it off. Oh, my wife is calling. Hold on. What's going on, babe? Pretty good. We're almost, I'm not going to say almost done, but we're working on it. Okay. All right, then. Not a problem. Yeah, so my wife and I communicate via walkie-talkie because I live, not live, but my shop is very far from the house. I'm 150 feet away from the house, by the way. Like, I'm not next to my house. I'm like down the property. So, all right. Back out. I'm gonna flip around. Oh no, my walkie help. Now we have these little plugs that we have to put on here. We have to seal up. That's another big issue with air tanks. Try to, how do you say, nice to have a big piece of property. Yeah, it is nice. I'm on 14 acres. 14 acres of land. And I'm actually, so all the people following what I do, I don't know if you've been watching me. Unfortunately, I had to leave California. Many reasons. Primary reason, cost of living. Second reason is the state isn't very friendly for nonprofits. So when I wanted to do more work with children, because my new goal in life is not just doing this, but doing this with children. So I want kids to learn car stuff. So if you watch a lot of my older content from like last year and a couple years ago, you'll notice I've been working with a lot of kids. Well, welcome. Welcome, by the way. And my whole goal now is I want kids to get involved. And I want kids to grow up understanding teamwork, hard work, patience, all these things, because in this world that we currently live in, where children are brought up via a tablet, we got tablet nanny children. We got children that literally live off of tablets. Parents don't even parent them anymore. Their tablets do, or the TV does. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm old school, but factually, I'm not gonna lie. I'm correct because my kids are doing the same thing, and I've been trying to parent them more old school, and it's been working. My kids have been more obsessed about going outside and being inside. And I'm really proud of that because you can see how they develop very differently. And they develop in a way where they're more independent and have more fun just by themselves, you know, versus a TV or a computer doing the same thing, but not using their bodies, just sitting on a bed or on a sofa. I don't know. I'm just weird. I know I'm old-fashioned, but it's just how I feel. But yeah, my goal is summer to start my kids' classes. I was actually supposed to start this month, my kids' classes, but a lot of things have come up and I can't do it yet, just because I want to make sure everything else, all my ducks are in a row. And this is one of my ducks. And this duck has to be out of here. All right, you cannot come out. I'll get you out in a little bit. And then we got our pressure switch that goes back here. There we go. And then we have our other line. This is our tank line. This is our pressure switch. Now I have a dump valve that I'm going to design, but that one's going to come later. This is a 3-gallon tank. It's a brushed 3-gallon tank, so yeah. Yeah, it's all good and being positive, exactly. That's exactly right. So this is a pressure switch that we're installing now. Again, my air management, my manifold no longer will shut off if it hits the suggested PSI. It'll just keep going. So I have to have a pressure switch put in and have it grounded so it can turn off my air tank, my air compressors. If not, my air compressors will not turn off. But pretty much just bypassing the switch here and just making my own. It's too small. Like right there, that's it. That's hard. So these plugs here, we're gonna use another one. We're gonna use the one that's down here at the bottom. So we got in tank. No, this is tank. This one, I have to plug this one up temporarily. Forgot. Again, I'm trying to remember all the stuff I had in here. Because I have things I need, and then I have things I have to make. Like I have to make things work. And then, like I was saying earlier, when you get too much Teflon on the bottom of this, just scrape it off with your fingernail. So you have a flat surface. The flat surface doesn't really matter. It's just when you go all the way down and you have that in there, it wants to get into your tank, and it's just, that's not good. It's just no bueno. And then I'm going to show you another trick once everything is installed. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's not going in nicely. See, everything has gone in just with no hesitation, and then this one's giving me an issue. And I'm only 2 turns in. We'll leave that one alone for now. All right. Next step is we're going to loosen up the bands here. Okay. The reason for this is because I have to twist this. Get this guy out. It's always the last one who usually gives problems. Right? Right? These brackets came with the tank. And I got this tank on Amazon for 150 bucks. It's not bad. Again, there's more and more players out there for the air suspension game. And I love it because there's some really cool stuff out there for really cheap. Now, whether it's good or not, well, we'll find out, right? That's why we buy this stuff. We're the testers, so we gotta find out if it works. So I'm gonna plug this line right here, this drain, this port, because we're not gonna use it yet. We're gonna use it later. Now they gave me an Allen wrench to tighten these down. I don't like how easy that went in. It shouldn't be that easy. That went in too easy too. I don't like that at all. And I don't want to go any further. That's going way too deep. Yeah, I don't like how this is all the way in here already. And it's not getting any tighter. So I'm not a fan of that already. Because I don't think these are MPT fittings. So I might have to order online some 1/4-inch MPT plugs. I think these are just plugs that are not MPT. Is this going to be on the YouTube series? Not this part. This is not really that important. This is just mounting a tank. I already have that on my YouTube channel. But it is being recorded on YouTube right now, by the way. So yeah, I guess it will be. Yeah, you know what? It will be. Yeah, not a fan of that. Those aren't supposed to go in that easy. Not at all. But that's all taken care of for now. I'm not gonna tighten anything down. We gotta do some testing now. Well, now we gotta actually test. I'll have to sub to your YouTube and check out the videos before I do my airlift wiring on my TT. Hell yeah, man, definitely. Super easy, by the way. Very, very easy. What size are your lines? I always do 1/4 inch lines. I don't like 3/8. Use a micrometer to measure the end, and you have your. Are you talking about the fitting for the fitting? Yeah, I can get my caliper out and we can measure it. Actually, a good idea. All right, let me get my caliper out and we'll measure that fitting. I really want air suspension on my Golf. I was always thinking about KWV2 coilovers. My suspension needs a refresh ASAP. Yeah. Okay, so here's that fitting you're talking about. So big Burr Venom 6145. I just mic'd it. So 12. So yeah, you're right. Again, my speculation was correct. These are not MPT fittings, so these are wrong. So I'm probably gonna have an air leak, like a really bad air leak with these on and put in here, but I don't have much of a choice because that's all I have. So if you do order an Amazon $150 air tank and they come with these little plugs on there, there's the answer. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me mic it. So yeah, this is wrong. So we need to definitely order 1/4 inch MPT plugs because these don't work. They're gonna leak. We'll find out how badly they leak. I put a bunch of Teflon tape. This is not a permanent situation. I'm probably gonna pull this out and then redo the lines and do better on some other stuff. But this is just to make sure that my mock-up is correct. So yeah. Remember, measure 50 times, cut once. All right. So here is compressor number 1. Here is compressor number 2. Where's the tank? Up. This guy's the tank fitting. All right. So all the important fittings are now done. Just like that. Now we're gonna run a ground wire to this little switch here. Now you can see everything because I haven't turned the tank down. I gotta rotate the tank afterwards. Because that's why I love swivel fittings, because we can do this. And then everything can go down here, and you don't see anything. Now those are all going to be hidden later, the airlines. That's all for later. It's nothing important now, but that's kind of the idea, is to make sure we get everything tested and working before we actually commit to anything. Because that's what happens when you commit to something and you're like, oh my God, it came out really good and nothing works, and you're just like, oh no. So this is the ground wire that I've designed and jankified, but it works. So I want to find a good spot to ground temporary for testing for science. I think I can ground it here. Yeah, let's see. Let's turn the car on. All right, so car's on. Now we need to Not grounded. That's ground. Oh, look at that. No, the latch, not grounded. But I immediately have an air leak. Not even 3 seconds of air and there's already air leaking out of it. All right. So the issue is the lines aren't going all the way in. So I'm going to have to cut them, I have to recut them cleanly. It's the lines. The lines didn't get pushed in all the way. So we have to confirm that that works. These fittings aren't very, how do you say, working really well. So I'm gonna get a brand new blade. We're gonna cut these lines and we're gonna try it again. Need a piece of wood. So these are brand new fittings, so more than likely they're just really stubborn. Let's see. I don't know if you guys know, but hey, do you have any recommendations running wheel adapters on your car? I found a set of some dope BBS RSs, wheels with different bolt pattern. Number one, what's the offset of the wheel? Number two, what bolt pattern? And number three, find out the barrel width, find out the width of the wheel. All those have factors involved, so you have to be careful. You can't just be going out buying wheels if you don't have the all those specs in mind. If they're RSs with if they're 3-piece RSs, you gotta get some information. You need a lot more information than just adapters. All right, here we go again. Let's try this out. I'm gonna try to get about 20 to 40 PSI, and let's see, fingers crossed. All right, this one's not leaking. This one's leaking. This one's leaking right here. So 1 out of 3 only leaking now instead of all 3. That's not bad. That's a 75% improvement. Okay, now that one stopped leaking. This one started leaking. stopped the leaks. All of them stopped. All right, let's turn it. Let's increase the pressure. See what happens. Yes, for air suspension. That's right. So all of them stopped. It's not the tape. It's not the Teflon tape. So you got compressors yet? No, I got two compressors. I got two 444C compressors in here. Check my pressure. Another leak. But we're in the right direction. And then the guy, Arizona, hell yeah, you got your motor back. I like to hear that. Sorry, I read your comment, but I just, I'm kind of hyper focused on this right now. Okay, so we're going to be doing a very special DIY. There's a leak. There's a leak on my manifold. I ordered the PTE something fitting because I'm going to repair my my airlift manifold because one of them rusted and then started giving me a leak. So that's okay. That's expected for the scenario that I'm in. But the tank is not leaking. That's all I care for right now. The tank is working, but we're going to be fixing the manifold afterwards. I'm very curious though if I can fix the PCB board as well. I'm a big nerd when it comes to soldering and like micro soldering and maybe fixing the PCB board. Maybe I can find the actual sensor that controls the board and maybe solder it. Maybe that's all it needs, just to be soldered. What's the max limit on the tank? 200 PSI. So we're going to set it up. We're going to wire it up right now for 150. I'm going to show you how. I'm just excited that this worked. So there's a switch on the back of the tank that's designed for 150 PSI to shut off. And we're just going to do a basic little wiring on it. And we're going to wire another ground to it. And get my ground wire. Or make a ground wire. All right. So on the tank itself, not the tank, but I put a pressure switch, and we're gonna ground it really quick. Okay, we're just gonna make a very, very simple bridge here. Because you want to test before you commit to anything. This wire is so... All right. Now we're gonna ground it. Is that aluminum spun? Yes, this is a spun. Yep. That's his oxygen tank. Yeah, I need it, right? All right. Shit's working. Now we just gotta hit 150 PSI and it should just turn off. So fingers are extremely crossed right now because I am excited for this. See, if this works, my whole air suspension is now automated again. And I'm excited for that because my previous air suspension, I had a switch to turn on and off the tanks, the compressor, and I got tired of that. Facts, important car tip of the day. Chat, double check before you commit. Yeah. So I'm gonna go check the pressure. Be right back. We're 120. 125. 130. Oh, new leak. Just heard it. There we go. Oh shit, it worked. It worked. Fuck yeah. I mean, front door, it worked. So, so it's leaking right now, a bunch of air. Out of the manifold, not the tank. It's gonna kick back on because it should turn back on once it goes below 120 PSI. What's up? So once we go below 120 PSI, it's gonna kick the compressor back on. And that's what we're hoping for. So for fun, we're gonna air up and we're gonna air out. Why not, right? Let's empty out the tank. Yeah, that works. Yeah. We're 105. We're back at 105 PSI. Can we see it sit down? Yeah, let me give you a wide angle. No problem. First, we want to see the compressors turn off though, at 150. Yeah! Oh, dude, you don't understand. I've had automatic bags in this car for years because of the, you don't understand. I'm just so excited. It worked. It worked flawlessly. So, I'm freaking stoked. You don't understand. Like, I'm stoked. I'm stoked as fuck. Okay. All right. It works. I love it when my ideas work. Like, it's so ridiculous. There you go. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it differently. Hold on. Let me get in here. Yeah. I don't have a seat right now. Now it's working perfect. God, I gotta crawl out of the car. Hey! Now we gotta wait for the tank to turn off again. And wait for it to turn off. Dude, I want air suspension. I know, right? No, it's left-hand drive. The camera's just backwards. That's all. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for asking. But yeah, so I finally got. Okay, if you're just tuning in, all right. This used to have an automatic air management system, right? So there, it turned on. It worked. It worked. Okay, you don't understand why I'm giddy. It had an automated, so airlift V2 manifold. All right, that manifold is automatic. It airs up, airs out, and when it runs out of air, it'll automatically turn on the compressors. Years ago, not this car, but the exact same car, similar car, caught fire. It had that exact air suspension in the car. All right, understand that. It had that same air suspension in it. When the firefighters came to put out the fire, the entire interior was soaked with fire retardant. I still have the original seats to that car. I am using the original interior to that car. I'm actually using the original air management from that car. Okay? So understand that. It survived. However, the air suspension, the pressure switch that's inside the manifold stopped working. You would have to manually trigger it on and off. I figured out a way to trick it, and I used a manual pressure switch, and I found the trigger wire that turns on and off the compressor on the board, and I was able to ground it to a pressure switch on the tank. As you can see, I'm excited because my idea worked. I no longer have to do anything to add air to the tank and to push a button to air it up and to have air in the tanks. It's exciting because it worked. I've been learning how to play with this for months to make it work, and I finally got it to work. I'm excited because now I don't have to buy a full air management system and all that stuff. So yeah, this is the forward-facing. I'm using the selfie cameras, by the way. That's why. So you don't understand. It's exciting. This is why it's exciting, because it works. And now I'm going to be doing a new, not today, but next DIY. Where is it? Where did I put you, my precious? Here you are. So now that you saw the car air up, air out, the tanks work, right? Now we're going to learn how to make a dump valve for my air suspension. This is called a solenoid. All right, what caused the fire? Wiring. I had a wire that shorted out and caught the fire. Made a fire. So this is a solenoid. This is an on-off switch solenoid. So once it receives a 12-volt signal, it opens, dumps. We're going to wire this to my air suspension, and it's going to be wired to the bottom of the tank. So there's a couple ways you guys can save yourself from getting water in your tank. Number one, you can use water traps. Number two, you can use automated water traps that immediately dump air out every time they get cycled through. Those are extremely expensive. Those anywhere from $100 to $200 per valve, and you have two compressors, so you need two of them. $15, all right, for a dump solenoid that uses 1/4-inch airline. I'm not going to use these fittings. These are crappy fittings, but these are 1/4-inch, $15 for a solenoid, just a positive and negative. Run it to a switch, and then once a month, when you're airing out, just go in there and hit a button and dump the water out, and you're good. Oh, it turned back on! It turned back on! Because the manifold has a leak. So the manifold has a leak, that's why it's kicking back on. But that's what we wanted to do. When there's no air, not enough air in the tank, it turns on. That's exactly what we wanted to do. Oh, let's see if it turns off when I turn the car off. Yes, it does. Turn it back on. Ah, it's exciting. Everything works. I'm not complaining. Not complaining. I'm happy. All right. But yeah, so this is the next DIY we're going to be doing. Oh, no, those are standard tails. I don't have any, I don't like, I mean, I like LED tails, but I don't like the problems that you get with LED tails. See, you dump the water once a day on a fuel truck, but what if you had a button that did it all for you? Tail lights. Very soon, we're going to be moving, we're going to be getting Alphatec tails, front and rear. I mean, for this car and my matching trailer. All right. So yeah, again, we're going to learn how to wire this up to my air suspension, and we're going to make it work. We're going to have a dump valve just for water. Super cool. Super, super cool. All right. I'm not going to be doing any content for about 2 weeks. Big bear venom. Yes, those are copper plated wheels. Those are legitimately copper plated, not that copper paint. And that's actually the one. This is the only set of these specific wheels that are copper plated, and they're clear coated on top of that. I know, right? This shirt, this is why we have it. That's why I'm wearing it. Bro, the TMNT shirt, man. So I do have a matching trailer. I wish I could bring it in because it's bagged too. It's just heavy as fuck, dude, if I dragged it in here. But you know what? Okay. I will do something for you guys tonight. Tonight, one night only. You guys have to, number one, immediately first, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, head on over to my YouTube channel right now. Subscribe, notification bell, and like it. It's PincheAls Garage. I'm the only PincheAls Garage. If everyone on TikTok is subscribed, I will go bring my trailer into the shop. It's a matching trailer to this car. It's exactly the same car trailer. It's a car that I cut in half, and I turned it into a trailer, and it's bagged. But you guys gotta do that. You know, if you do that right now, I'll bring it in. I'll bring the dang car in here, and you guys can the trailer in here, and you guys can see it. It's heavy as shit, but I'm willing to carry it in here for you guys. If you guys on TikTok, give me a thumbs up. Every single person watching, give me a thumbs up on TikTok. And you said, yeah, I subbed, or at least went to my channel. I will bring the matching trailer to this car. I'm being dead serious. I'll bring it in. I got someone up. Someone subbed. Thank you. Because you guys will lose your mind. It's pretty dope. Rob, I'm waiting. I have to wait like everybody else because their new inventory is not out yet. I just contacted. So the guy who started Alphatec Motors is actually a really good friend of mine. And I am not trying to get in front of the line. I told him I'll wait like everybody else and I'll buy my tails when they come out. So yes, I don't know when I'm going to be getting them, but I'll be getting them. We're going to get 2 sets because I got a matching trailer. I got another thumbs up. All right. I see people doing it. If you keep going to my YouTube channel, on YouTube. Oh, it turned on again. You don't understand. I'm excited. It works. All right. Let me turn it off. I don't want to kill my battery. I don't want to turn on the car. All right. Extra credit would be to find his video where I'm on the live stream with him. All right, I'm gonna go and bring the trailer in so you guys can see this. I'm gonna bring the camera over. This is a matching trailer. All right, matching trailer. I'm not the only one that's never done this, but I kind of started the trend here in the US. I don't know if I did or didn't, but I think I did. Ah, you guys are making me work for this. I'm tired. This guy's heavy. It's almost here. Bear with me. Hold on. It's heavy, so it's gonna take a minute to push it in. Oh. If you're watching, that's half a car. Give me a breather. I don't have my my car dolly to push it, so I'll have to carry it. All right. One more time. Actually, you know what? I gotta put a battery to it. Give me a second. It needs a battery so I can air it up more. Oh yeah, it's on air suspension. Yes, my trailer's bagged. Now wait for it to air up. Let me fill up the tank. It's only got a single little, like 280cc compressor. Do it, do it. I don't drink beer, sorry. Gotta take it easy on the heart, right? That's right. Yes, bag the sport wagon. I'm actually gonna be bagging my 2015 sport wagon. I have a golf sport wagon, so yes, you will be seeing a bag sport wagon soon. See if I can make room for it in here. Should be able to fit right here. It's only just half a car. Let that air up for a little bit. Space. I don't know if I clear. There we go. Yeah, just clear. Just gotta bring it right here. And then tomorrow I'll take it back out. All right. So there's my matching trailer, guys. All right. So let's watch this, the twin. Woo. Power wire, come on. Oh my goodness. Don't turn off. All right. Ready, guys? Woo! Come on, go all the way down, baby. There she is. Bagged. It's a bagged Mark IV trailer. No, I didn't have matching wheels, but I had moon caps. They're called there's 16 or 17-inch moon caps that were also I still have them. They're also copper plated. So I had matching copper plated style like look. So let me show you some more stuff about this trailer. I'm actually rebuilding this whole trailer too. So I'll give you guys a cool breakdown of this little trailer. So I hope you guys are subbing to my YouTube channel after all this. Just FYI, you guys better be going to my YouTube channel and subscribing, because I just hauled that son bitch in here. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, PincheAls Garage on YouTube. Pretty straightforward. Yes, it's a registered trailer, yes. All right, so let me give you guys a breakdown about this trailer. So I'll do you guys an outside. Number one, you see this on top? I'm gonna replace it, but this is a 300-watt solar panel that sits on top of here. When this trailer was fully done, this charged 4 deep cycle 80 amp hour batteries. This inside of it has a 3,000 watt stereo system that I pulled out already, so it's all been taken out, but most of the stuff is still in there. On top of that, on top of the batteries, on top of that, I put a 7-gallon air tank in it. We also had pneumatic tools attached to this. So if you wanted to, if I ever broke down or someone broke down on the way to a car show, I had all my air tools, full tool set, what's it called? All the electricity we ever needed to charge things. I mean, the thing was legit. Has a tongue with the floorboard that I built on it to carry more stuff on the trailer. So that's kind of like a thing. When you travel far, you want to bring all the necessities. Okay. All right, so next thing is, let's look on the inside. And you'll see there's a license plate on there. It's actually registered. Okay. So let's bring you guys over here to the inside of this. Hopefully you guys can see inside here. Let's see. It's pretty dirty. Again, it's been neglected. All right. So 212s, the air tank's up there. You'll see the compressor on the far left corner. All right. So that's all there. If you see right here, this empty space, this empty space right here, that's where my batteries sat. And that's how we ran all the batteries. We ran 4 batteries right here, and we charged everything right here. You can see the stereo on the left-hand side. There we go. So we have a stereo mounted here. Full control right here, detachable face. Inside of here, all my amps were inside. So I actually had all my amps mounted on this board right here. So I had a 2,000 watt JL amp for the subs, and then I had a 1,000 watt 4-channel amp for the speakers. The speakers were a unique setup. So the speakers were not attached to anything. The way that I did my speakers, I built a speaker box, kind of like a boom box almost. I had 4 6x9s inside of it. And what I did is I made really long. I think I made a 10-foot speaker wire attached to the amp. So when we had parties or we'd go to parties and we wanted to use the trailer for a party setup, I can pull the speakers all the way out and like put them outside the trailer like as a sound bar. It was dope. People would be like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "Watch, just watch, just watch." Or we also laid the speakers right across here, this brace, and we just put them right on the edge. And then we would use the wheel well. We would line it up with a plastic liner, and we fill it up with ice, and we put all our adult beverages and sodas in here. That was the entirety of this. This was the party trailer for years. If you ever been to any of the car shows back in the day from 2010, this trailer was there. This trailer was there at almost every car show I ever went to, throwing parties on the back of this thing. All right. Phenomenal. Like, people would be like, I never won any car shows. I think I won like 2 or 3 of them because I never entered my car as a show car. I entered it as a fun car. So I always entered car shows, but I never expect to win anything. Never. And when I do, I was extremely excited. I was very happy, but that wasn't the point of my build. All my builds, I build based off of my taste and how I enjoy like being in a vehicle or being by a vehicle. Amps get hot in here? No, they never got hot in here. I never had an issue. It's pretty massive. Like this hole is pretty big. They never had issues of getting them overheated. Another thing is this trailer is also remotely wired to air up and air out from my car, by the way. I can actually air this trailer up and air it out from the inside of the GTI. It's actually still plumbed and wired that way. So you guys are gonna get to see that as well. Once we finish the GTI, the trailer is actually coming right after that. This is the last project I gotta do because I can't finish. Just so you guys know, if you ever go on YouTube, look up Filbert and Heifer the Mark IV. That's their names, just FYI. This is Heifer, the Mark IV, and my GTI is Filbert. Everybody's known them as Filbert and Heifer. That's just been their names forever. But yeah, this has been everywhere for years, and it's been my pride and joy because, believe it or not, long story short, this is actually my first Mark IV, this trailer. My first Mark IV I wrecked a long time ago, and I couldn't part with the car. And it sat in my driveway for almost a year, completely destroyed, because I was just decimated from the car accident. And my wife is the one that came up with the idea to cut in half and turn it into a trailer. I did all the work, but she came up with the idea. So I love that. I love that a lot. All right. Yeah, there you go. Filbert and Heifer back together again. Funny thing, they haven't been together like this in years. They actually have not been in the same spot together for a long time. It's okay. Happened a long time ago. I still got a car out of it. All right, one more time, and I'm going to call it a night. Airing it up. Oh, we got to air up. You know what we got to do? To end tonight's night, we're going to air up both cars. All right, the trailer, the GTI, they haven't been together in the same room together in years. So my wife actually tows this trailer a lot. Just heads up. All right, so if you guys are watching, share the love because this is probably the only time you're gonna see them together airing up and airing out for a while. I'm not gonna drag this thing back in here until I need to work on it. All right. There's a Mark IV. There's Filbert. Here comes Heifer. Come on, buddy. I know you're slow, but you got it. Yeah. Best friends together again. Whew. Well, we've made the switch work. We aired up and aired out Filbert and Heifer. Thank you guys. Thank you for enjoying what I do passionately. I love doing this. This is one of my biggest passions is working on Volkswagens. So I'm happy that you guys get to share this time with me. And I'm glad it made your night, you know? Oh, you want to see the front of the trailer? Okay, let me show you the front, and then I'm going to say goodnight, all right? Hold on, let me show you the front. You guys. The front is super simple. It's just a flat front end. There's nothing to it. See? Nothing to it. It's just a flat front end, a platform that I built for it. I got a bottle opener and just solid steel. That's it. So yeah, it's pretty much the other car. All right. So thank you again, everyone, for watching tonight. It was a fun night for sure. One thing I will leave with tonight before I say goodbye is how long it takes to get to where it's at now with that trailer. It took me a month to build that trailer. It didn't take very long. But I'm going to build a new trailer. I'm going to redo the entire thing. You're going to see a completely different trailer soon. One thing I'm going to say, I'm going to be gone for about 2 weeks, 10 days technically. So no Volkswagen content for about 10 days. Just heads up, I have to head back to California. I got to bring more of my shop, actually. This is not my entire shop. I have so much more equipment to bring back from California. So I'm not going to be back on for 10 days. So, you know, I'm sorry, but I need to get more equipment here and I could do more things. I'm actually missing a ton of equipment in my shop. I'm missing my plasma cutter, my plasma CNC table. I'm missing my lathe. I'm missing, not my lathe, my press. I'm missing my drill press, my welder. Like I got a bunch of equipment and I'm missing a lot of it. So I need to bring it back. All right, guys. Again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for enjoying this live, you know, DIY technically, and I guess watching my trailer do its trailer things. Be safe. And as always here at PincheAls Garage, we're going to break, we're going to fix, and we're going to repeat. If you see another dubber on the road, give him a thumbs up, give him a deuces, and we respect one another. And as always, here, PincheAls Garage, love everyone. Yes, I am from California, born and raised, 42 years. This is going to be my first year in Arkansas. Taking the I-10? Not at all. Never take the 10. Wait a minute, I take the 10 for a little bit. Maybe. No. Actually, no, I don't. I love my new place. Let's talk later. It's late. It's midnight here. I want to go to bed. Thank you again. We'll talk. If you guys have more questions for me, let's talk next time. Peace out. Have a good night. All right, guys? I don't want to get distracted. You guys get me going, and then I'm like, I won't stop.